key on the ball. Moving into the advanced position. And they get the ball rolling again. Football friends know they have work to do. Dangerous looking through ball. Well, last gasp defending. Chance here. And there it is. Well read to put an end to that attack. And smart defending. Well, that's one for them to pursue. Oh, it's in! Could be dangerous. Oh, what an opportunity. Good defending.
What's up, guys? This is Lesky, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at this CDM build. A few of you guys in my comments have requested a holding mid build that has good passing ability, a deep lying playmaking CDM, kind of like Busquets, who I'm basing this build off of. And on my community page a few days ago, I posted a poll telling you guys that I'm making a Busquets build with some pace, and what archetype should I put on it. I couldn't put both, so I asked y'all, should I go for the bull archetype or the lynx archetype? And the majority of the votes went towards the bull archetype for the extra strength and aggression. I will be showing both. It's pretty much a like for like switch, so it won't be hard to switch it if you don't want the bull and you want to go for the lynx, so I will show you that. But let's get started. Take a look at the height and weight for this Busquets build. Make sure you're listed as a CDM. We're not going to be a fullback or a wingback for this build and playing in the midfield. I do plan on making another build like that, so stay tuned for that in the future. But CDMs have a lot better passing than a wingback, so you need to be a CDM. And then the height I chose to go for is 6'2". He's listed at 6'2", so that's easy. And then the weight, you pretty much have to go the minimum weight section, 119 pounds, 99 pounds, anywhere in between that range. Because once you go over to 121 or even higher, you lose a ton of pace. Busquets obviously doesn't have hardly any pace in FIFA. He's never had a ton of pace. I think this year he has like 40-something pace, but this is pro clubs, FIFA, and it's a lot better to have more pace. So I believe we have 85 pace on this build, so it's pretty good. And he has a special card this year in Ultimate Team, a 92 rated CDM card that has 84 pace. So we're actually matching that pretty closely. So make sure you're 119 pounds for the weight, because once you go up in weight, you lose a ton of pace. You lose 6 pace and it goes down to 79. And then he is right-footed. Let's take a look at the perks. For a deep lying playmaker build, we had to go for the precision pass and threaded pass perks to increase the passing even more. We have very good passing ability on the skill tree, but this will like almost max out the short and long pass, and it really increases the vision with the threaded pass. So you can get a ton of assist as a CDM build, and you can really pick the defense apart. So make sure you have precision pass and threaded pass. He has 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot on his base gold card in Ultimate Team. So we have 3-star, 3-star. These two perks will give you the 5-star weak foot when you're making passes. The only pass that it won't count for is when you do crosses, which isn't too big of a deal. You might not be crossing it that much as a CDM anyways. So that is very clutch, as well as giving you the flare trait so you can do fancy passes. He likes to do some fancy passes every now and again, so that's nice. And then the swerve, it'll add a lot of curve and bend to your passes, and it can avoid defenders and lead your forwards or whoever you're passing the ball to nicely. And it's good for like splitting defenders in tight spaces if you want to get a pass in there. So precision pass and threaded pass are very nice for this build, and it's pretty much a must. This third perk, you could switch out if you want. I decided to go for physical strength. If you wanted to, like for more stamina, you could go for like tireless runner. You could go for skilled dribbler. I feel like that would actually be pretty good. You're not going to be dribbling a lot, but dribbling is still important in order to like turn and swivel and stuff as a CDM. So this will increase your dribbling attribute, give you the flare trait also. But it mostly just for that increase in dribbling attribute, because CDMs do not have very good dribbling. It's just very low to start out. And the only way to really get it high up there is to go for the Maestro archetype and get 4-star skills, and that's something we're not going to do. So I feel like that could be a good alternative, either that or Tireless Runner, or maybe even Ball Winner. We have pretty good stand tackling. The slide tackling is pretty decent, but this would just bump it up even more. So Ball Winner, Tireless Runner, or Skill Dribbler if you don't want physical strength. Physical strength is just nice to have as a CDM, especially a bigger CDM, just to bump the strength up even more, as well as the jumping. So that's why I have it on this build, and it also increases the ball control when jostling, shielding, or heading the ball. So these are the 3 perks. Let's take a look at the skill tree. Starting on the physical page, as I said, I posted a poll on my community page, and the bull archetype won that vote over the link. So that's why I have the bull on this physical page. On the left side, you're just going to go all the way down to the bull archetype. We're going to get 79 strength, 87 aggression, and then we're going to get plus 5 reactions for 3 skill points right here to bump it up to 94. And comparing that to that 92 rated special card that he has on Ultimate Team, which looks pretty nice to be honest, he has 85 strength and 77 jumping. So we have a little bit less than that, but we do have the physical strength perk to bump it up even more. His base gold card has like low 70s. So if you wanted to, like, you really could take the bull archetype, which I'll show you guys once we get to the dribbling page what you can do. And then he's got 96 reactions on that card as well, so we're pretty close to with reactions. And then at the top right, some stamina, and then plus 4 reactions to bump it up to 94. The stamina isn't that great, so I said if you wanted to, you could go for the Tireless Runner. But as a CDM build, deep line playmaking build, you shouldn't be running up too much and sprinting when your team has the ball. Just be trotting up the field and kind of staying back a bit and being that pivot in the midfield to switch the ball, hit the ball over the top, whatever it may be, and then start sprinting like on defense and stuff. But stamina shouldn't be too much of a problem as a CDM. The only way to bump it up more is to like get this second part or go all the way down to the acrobat archetype and increase the jumping, which really wouldn't fit a Busquets build, so I didn't do that. But this is the physical page. Let's take a look at defending. As you'd expect, this build has good defensive ability with 93 interceptions, 93 defensive awareness, 90 stand tackle, and 85 slide tackle. Like I said, you could go for the ball winner to bump the stand tackle and slide tackle up more. You're not going to be slide tackling nearly as much as stand tackle, and 85 is still pretty good, as well as 90. You really don't need to go for that ball winner perk, so that's why I didn't do it. The 93 defensive awareness is clutch. A lot of people don't think defensive awareness does anything, but it does. It actually helps a lot, and I think it's the most important stat for a defensive build. It helps you contain a dribbler in front of you and kind of helps you just lock onto them easier and stick onto the ball, and it's just harder for them to dribble around you. So defensive awareness is very clutch. A lot of people, as I said, just think it only works for when you're playing any and not controlling the character, but that is not true. That's for attack awareness or whatever it's called, offensive awareness. Defensive awareness is a bit different. So these are the stats in tandem with the physical stats and that physical strength perk. You can bully a lot of people. You got some height, and you really can get a lot of interceptions, steals, tackles, all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at dribbling. I definitely wanted to add some skill points to this dribbling page, mostly to get that dribbling up. So I got it pretty much the max you can get it, going all the way down to this balance and +3 dribbling. And then on the right side, you get this dribbling right here. That gets you +3, as well as getting this balance and agility and this ball control right here. The only way to get it higher is to get the skill moves and go all the way down to the Maestro archetype, which is 15 skill points. And I'm just not going to do that for this Busquets build, especially since he doesn't have 4-star skills. Arguably, he could have 4-star skills. He is a very good dribbler and underrated, even though he might not like dribble past a lot of people. He is very good. He's calm and composed on the ball. I do wish the dribbling would be a little bit higher. On his base gold card, he has 81 dribbling, so we have 78, it's 3 less, and he has 86 ball control. We have 86, and that physical strength perk, it says it increases the ball control when you're jostling, shielding, and going for headers or jumping or something like that. So it might actually be a little bit higher than what you see here. But that's why I also mentioned you could go for skill dribbler if you don't want physical strength to bump the dribbling up even more, and it might be able to help you feel better on the ball. And now for the people that would prefer the Lynx archetype on this Busquets build compared to the Bull, what you could do is just take off the Bull, you get 10 skill points, and then you just go back to this dribbling page and get the Lynx. And then you'll have 87 agility and 81 balance. On his gold card, he doesn't have very good agility or balance. I don't know if he's ever really had great agility and balance in FIFA. He has 67 agility, 50 balance, but compared to that special card, he has 87 agility and 84 balance. So we're actually pretty close to those stats, matching the agility and just a little bit less balance. So you could do that. I tried it for a few games, and it is pretty nice. You're definitely better at dribbling and being able to shuffle side to side because of that agility. And then I guess you won't stumble as much if you have that extra balance also. So that is a very nice option if you don't want to go for the Bull archetype. I honestly probably prefer the Bull archetype. I just like having that extra strength and be able to shove and push people around. It's very nice. So it's up to you what you want to do for those 10 skill points and the archetype. But let's take a look at the passing page. This is what's going to make this build a deep lying playmaker. So on the right side, what you're going to do is just go all the way down to the long passing and vision, and then the short passing and vision right next to it. And lastly, you're going to use these last two skill points, 4+4 long pass, and then we'll have exactly 91 long pass and 91 short pass, as well as 85 vision. I wanted to get the vision up to a respectable amount, and then with the through ball perk on, the vision will be even higher, probably in the mid 90s. And then the precision pass, the short pass, and long pass are probably at like 99. The passing ability is very good. Definitely the best passing CDM build I have used, and one of the best just passing builds I've used in all of pro clubs. I do have some crazy playmaking builds that are better than this, but this one is no slouch when it comes to hitting those long balls over the top or just making a killer pass and getting some assist. And comparing these stats to his cards, on his base gold card, he has 83 vision, 87 short pass, and 85 long pass. So those stats are better. But then when we look at his special card that he has, they're absolutely cracked. He has 97 vision, 97 short pass, and 97 long pass. But honestly, with these stats right here and those two perks, we're very close to what he has. We don't match the curve and crossing, but on his base gold card, he has only 66 curve and 62 crossing. So it's pretty close, and the stats are actually better. So as I said, the passing ability is very nice, and that's what we're mostly focusing on with this CDM build. So let's move on to shooting, where I don't have anything here. As a CDM build, there's really no point of putting any skill points on the shooting page, so I didn't do that at all. And honestly, most of these stats are better than his base stats that he has on his gold card when it comes to shooting, so don't need to upgrade that at all. To pace, we have 86 acceleration and 85 sprint speed. I did try the build out with, I think, this +3 acceleration and +2 sprint speed. So I think it was 89 acceleration and 87 sprint speed. But I took some skill points off and put it to the dribbling. I'm pretty sure what I did was took this agility and balance off and went for 87 sprint speed and 89 acceleration. So if you want even more pace on this Busquets build, you could go for something like this. That'll probably be your best bet. But I decided to not make it too cracked a pace and just went for the agility and balance upgrades. And this is still very fast for a Busquets build, obviously. And it's honestly a perfect pace for a CDM build. You don't need to be crazy fast. It's really all about your positioning. So pace isn't completely necessary, or a lot of pace isn't completely necessary for this Busquets build. So that's going to complete this Busquets CDM build video. Let me know in the comments if you give this build a try, how you like it. Would love to hear that. Hit that like button on this video, and then hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already subbed. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.